Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for streaming with us here on this Peak of the Week Wednesday morning, almost noontime. Time now is about 11:30 right now on this Wednesday, so we're just starting off the midweek update with Matthew Alvarez with a few things we're talking about today. One of those is the heat, something we have been talking about for quite some time now. Let's go ahead and take a live look outside over the skies of Odessa right now, where things are looking nice out there. Sunny skies, definitely nice conditions to start off this day, but unfortunately right now temperatures are on the increase right now as we look outside. We're seeing temperatures right now increasing into the 90s already. We're not even at lunchtime, and yes, we are already into the 90s. So not looking too good in the way of temperatures again, but we are trending down according to Weather Director Craig Stewart, who says that our forecast is indeed looking brighter as we head through the rest of our day. But in the meantime, we're talking about scams. Unfortunately, no matter what holiday it is, scammers are always on the lookout to take your money and your hard-earned money as well, your finances, and take control of those. And so something we always want to talk about is how to avoid falling victim to some of those things. And I spoke with Devin Benavidez with the Better Business Bureau of the Permian Basin about one of those scams that is coming around this time of the year, which is almost Independence Day. A lot of things happening over the weekend, including the Star Spangled Salute, to name one, for Firecracker Fandango in Odessa. A lot of things happening, but also a lot of projects underway and a lot of things to buy also, which include fireworks. So I spoke with her a little bit earlier today on that situation and how you can avoid falling victim to that type of scam. Take a look. Well, the 4th of July is only days away now. However, as is typical during every holiday, it is crucial to remain aware of scammers looking to use Independence Day festivities to con people out of their money. Just no good. And here to talk more about that is Devin Benavidez with the Better Business Bureau of the Permian Basin. Devin, thank you so much for joining us over Zoom today.
Yes, thank you for having me, Matthew.
Absolutely. So, Devin, what are some of the different types of Independence Day scams?
Yes, well, really, Matthew, you hit the nail right on the head just a minute ago when you said every holiday we need consumers to be aware because it just serves as another opportunity for these scammers to prey on the vulnerable. So they're going to sound a lot like the other holidays, travel and rental scams. The Independence Day holiday is a big travel time, especially in the summer. I think AAA is estimating that there will be more travelers this 4th of July than in years past. We're going to get back to pre-pandemic levels, which is great for the economy, but that also leaves travelers vulnerable. So travel and rental scams we're going to talk about. Many families are traveling. A lot of things that we heard from our BBB scam tracker, which you can find on bbb.org, is that whenever a family is renting a place using an online marketplace to do that, they have arrived at their location and they were unable to get into the place that they rented, or they were unable to communicate with the owner. They had great communication leading up to the day of their arrival, and then communication just ceased. One of the victims that we spoke to on our BBB scam tracker said that the lady in the office said that they were the third person that this had happened to, the third family that this had happened to. So it's definitely very prevalent. If you're using an online place instead of going straight through a hotel, you're using an online place to book, beware of that, especially if you're doing rental houses, those very popular things that people have today. Flag buying scams. This sounds kind of just incomprehensible, but a lot of times people like to decorate for the 4th of July. You see the banners, you see the flags, you see all the patriotic garb. And with the increase in online shopping, it's a double-edged sword. It's great because it's so convenient, but then also you can be vulnerable to these scams, and a lot of times they're upcharging, or it's one of those typical scams where it's not as it was advertised. You ordered something, like you've seen the meme where like what I ordered, what I got. That's kind of one of those things. So that's something else to be wary of. Fireworks stands. These are very common, and in Texas we have a certain set of laws that you only see them in the New Year's holiday and the 4th of July holiday. And for the most part, these are legitimate businesses. But just like with every business, the BBB advises that you use cash whenever doing fireworks purchases because they are temporary businesses. It can make your bank or credit card information more vulnerable. So that's what the BBB advises, is using cash on those transactions. And then our favorite scam that happens all the time, no matter what, is phishing. Those fishers, they are so smart. I always say if they would use that the Smart for Good, it would be amazing what they could do. But a lot of things that we have seen lately are people that are using patriotic messaging, pretending to be like a military organization for charitable giving, really kind of trying to hone in on those emotions. You know, it's 4th of July, everybody's feeling patriotic, you're wanting to give, you know, especially to our military who doesn't want to help them. And so they use that messaging, that emotional messaging, to entice you and to get your personal information. And then they steal that information and they steal money from you. So the BBB always advises that if you're ever wanting to give a charitable donation, give to a charity, check them out first on give.org to make sure that they are a legitimate charity. That give.org is a great resource for anybody that's wanting to donate or wanting to do some research on charity. And of course, you can find this information and all other information, scam related, consumer related, business related, on bbb.org.
So important to have that information. BBB.org is that resource, and always want to make sure we know where our money is going, and that is a great resource. Devin Benavidez with the Better Business Bureau of the Permian Basin, thank you so much for this important advice, what to look out for, and what to do if anything happens. Thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you, Matthew.
Benavidez. Always good to have Devin Benavidez with us on Zoom and studio. She has such important advice for us to keep in mind in avoiding falling victim to scams like that, because unfortunately, even this time of the year, such a patriotic time of the year, you can still fall victim to scams like that. So it's important to be vigilant. And also, and like she mentioned, you know, if you do fall across a scam like that or have information regarding that, it's good to go to bbb.org/scam tracker, report that to them, report it through to authorities as well. So always important advice to keep in mind, especially this time of the year and really any time of the year that involves holidays of such. So again, that's bbb.org for the latest information. And also CBS7.com, you can find a quick link there as well. So again, Devin Benavidez, we thank her for her advice and tips each and every other Wednesday. So thanks so much for this midweek update, streaming with us on our YouTube channel, CBS7.com, as well as the CBS7 First Alert News app. I want to show you another live look outside over the skies of beautiful Odessa right now. Downtown, not looking too bad on this Peak of the Week Wednesday. We're halfway through to the weekend, a big holiday weekend. I know a lot of you have plans and ready to go for this coming weekend. So until then, thank you so much for joining us. Make it a great rest of the week, and we'll see you back here next Wednesday.